Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today I bring you another delicious stew recipe. Sit back and let me show you how I made it. I'm using chicken for this recipe, and right here the chicken is already boiled and I'm just going to take it out of the pot. And save the stock for later. And I went ahead to prep other ingredients. I'm going to chop the onions, and these half onions, I'm just going to chop this in four. In my blender I have some blended chili pepper from marinating the meat, and I add in the onion. And I'll go ahead to chop the tomatoes, which I will be adding also to the blender. For this recipe I'm using 4 medium-sized tomatoes. And I went ahead to blend. In my pan I added some vegetable oil, add in the chopped onion, and I stirred that in and let it fry to saute. I'm using 1 tin tomatoes for this recipe, so I went ahead to add the tin tomato to the pot. And I stir that in, I mix it up and let it fry very well. You want to fry your tin tomato to get rid of that sour taste. I always add little salt when frying my onion for bottom taste, but I forgot to add that, so I'm going to add in the salt now. When your tin tomato is fried like this and you can see the oil start separating and you start seeing those bubbles and holes, you know it's ready. And afterwards I went ahead to add in the blended tomato mix and stir that in very well. And next I add in the bottled tomato paste. If you watch up to this point and you're yet to give this video a like, now is the time to do so. Support this growing channel by giving this video a like and hit that subscribe button. And I stir that in. And went ahead to add in my seasoning powder. And I also added some of the meat stock and I stirred that in. And I added in some soy sauce, some turmeric powder, some black pepper. I stirred that in, I covered and let it cook for 1 to 2 minutes. Depending on how hot or high your stove gets, you let it cook for 1, 2 to 3 minutes and you go ahead to stir, cover it up and let it cook again for 1, 2 to 3 minutes. Most stove can get really hot and start burning in 1 minute or 2. So I just let it sit for 1 to 2 minutes and I go back to stir. So I repeated the covering, opening and stirring process, and I went ahead to add in the boiled chicken wings. and I stir that in, making sure the stew coats every piece of the meat, and I'll go ahead to cover it up and let it cook. After adding the meat, I also repeated the stirring, covering and cooking method severally, and in about 10 minutes my stew is ready. Look at this deliciousness. This stew right here was delicious and I enjoyed every bit of it. So go ahead and try it out. If you've watched up to this point and you're yet to give this video a like, now is the time to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you're yet to do so. Also, let me know in the comment section where you're watching from.